Welcome back to Bow News Network. We have been tracking through our live stream weather reports remnants of tropical storm or remnants of Fred as it actually makes its way off the coast of northwestern coast of Cuba, the tip of Cuba, and is venturing deep into the Gulf of Mexico. And we're seeing that it's actually getting a little bit more organized now that it's over very, very warm open water. Keep in mind that the sea surface temperatures of the Gulf of Mexico are somewhere around 84, 85, 86 degrees. Very, very warm, very, very deep water. This is all very, very good water and energy for the system to actually reintegrate as it makes its way towards the Mobile, Alabama, the actual west coast, west panhandle section of Florida, possibly even as far a landfall as Louisiana, New Orleans. It still remains to be seen, but we do anticipate that it will actually reintegrate sometime around tomorrow in the afternoon as a tropical storm, at which point it will start making its way almost on a northerly track into states of Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana, and Tennessee eventually on Wednesday. And speaking of Wednesday, we are actually looking at a system that's actually changed a little bit of a course, which is Tropical Storm Grace. That should be impacting Cuba actually as soon as midday Tuesday. So we do have a double whammy of systems that are going to be impacting the region of the Gulf of Mexico, Florida, Alabama, Louisiana region this week, and it's quite extraordinary to have two systems actually working at the same time. What we need to do actually is take a closer look at what's actually happening. First of all, with Fred, it's quite interesting because Fred, even though you can see as of the 5 p.m. Saturday update, it's quite a bit away from the state of Florida. But as we mentioned, this is a very wide system, and as disorganized as it is, do keep in mind that it's bringing quite a bit of shower activity to the state of Florida. We can see from our Doppler radar here, only recently taken from our radar for the region, we can see several special marine advisories as well as flash flood advisories in the region of Homestead. And we do see some really powerful cells with hail in the region. We do anticipate that this will continue to occur over the next few hours. Squalls of thunderstorms. We did notice on the Doppler radar that some of these cells are bringing down rain in sheets to the tune of 1 to 1.5 inches of rain per an hour in some regions. So it remains without saying that some of the keys, such as Key Largo, North Key Largo, they've been receiving these very intense thunderstorm squalls that have been making landfall even as far north as South Miami and Kendall, and even South Miami receiving significant amount of thunderstorm activity over the next few hours. But these outer squalls, as the system organizes, it's going to be impacting more along the southwestern coast, Marco Island, Everglades City. So we're actually monitoring the Doppler radar to see the extent of this rainfall and thunderstorm, tropical storm winds in the region as the system makes its way off the coast of Cuba. But it's so wide that it's actually impacting the region of Florida. We do see that telltale counterclockwise cyclonic rotation. So we do see that rotation with the system, and it's quite visible on the Doppler radar. And that's what we actually look for as far as to see this the tropical storm effects. And as you can see, these squalls are pretty far reaching all the way into island North Key Largo, Tavernier, as well as Isla Morado. So we're looking at a lot of significant rainfall, just hammering the Keys as well as South Miami at this time as this system ventures further into the Gulf of Mexico. We do anticipate that it's going to be intensifying as it makes its way further and further into the Gulf of Mexico. So, if this is a telltale sign of what should be expected for residents along the area of Panama City, possibly even Mobile, Alabama, or even New Orleans, Louisiana, this week, this is going to be bring a significant amount of rainfall, anywhere from 6 to 8 inches or more in some spots. And keep in mind that this is all this area for where the landfall at this particular point is looking at is all very, very super saturated as far as the precipitable water table is concerned, because they've been receiving significant amount of rainfall steadily over the last few weeks. So we are going to be monitoring to see exactly what's going to be happening. We anticipate that there will be flooding, flash flood advisories going up into effect very shortly. We anticipate possibly by Monday or even Sunday afternoon that there will be tropical storm watches for the region of possibly coastline along western panhandle of Florida, into Alabama, as well as coastal lying areas of Mississippi, as well as New Orleans, Louisiana. So this is all very, very, very flat, flood prone territory for the southeastern coast. So we're going to be monitoring quite a bit as far as what's going to be happening with the remnants of Fred as it makes its way towards the continental United States. But as we stated earlier in our previous forecast, we've been monitoring the Doppler radar over the beautiful island of Puerto Rico, and we do have a Doppler radar station there, TJUA, and we haven't really seen any significant areas. Only on the northwestern corner there was a cell about an hour ago, but it's actually moved its way off into the ocean. But we are monitoring as the tropical storm Grace actually enters into this zone, so that we'll be actually able to see a lot more as far as what's actually going to be happening with this system. But it's already impacting the U.S. Virgin Islands as well as British Virgin Islands, islands such as Puerto Rico, and also we do see these tropical storm, as you can see, tropical storm watch and warnings once again for the Dominican Republic, and they've sustained significant amount of flooding as a result of tropical storm at the time Fred, and they are now still recovering from severe flooding and damage from the rainfall received during that time. So now, come Monday, they're going to be inundated. It looks like it's going to be on a direct path for the Dominican Republic, and unfortunately also Haiti, which sustained the earthquake, a 7.2 earthquake earlier today. And we send our condolences and prayers to the families of hundreds of Haitian people who lost loved ones in this earthquake today. So unfortunately, Tropical Storm Grace is making its way towards the island of Hispaniola. The rate at which it's moving, we don't anticipate that it's going to be disintegrating as it goes over. There will be some disorganization, but it's moving so quickly, we don't anticipate that it's going to lose significant amount of strength, because as you can see from the Hurricane Center, they are anticipating that it will continue to be a pretty moderate tropical storm system, even as it moves along the length of Cuba into the Gulf of Mexico. But we do anticipate that it's going to bring a significant amount of rainfall to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti once again, and also the island nation of Cuba should anticipate a significant amount of rainfall as the system makes its way across. So we will continue to monitor the movement of Tropical Storm Grace through the Caribbean. It's now impacting the Leeward Islands. We'll get reports, Leeward Antilles area. So we'll actually be getting reports as far as the impact as far as rainfall and severity of the tropical storm winds from local spotter reports there on those islands. And as it makes its way towards Puerto Rico, we'll be able to get a closer look as far as what the Doppler radar is looking like as it makes its way into that region. We can only hope and pray that it's not going to severely affect many of these islands who received a significant amount of rainfall as a result of only a few days ago from Tropical Storm Fred that actually took a similar path through this area. So once again, we do appreciate you tuning in to learn more about Tropical Storm Grace as well as the remnants of Fred. As we can see, Fred is going to be impacting the area of western Florida, Mobile, Alabama, as well as Mississippi, and possibly even New Orleans if it stays on this level of path into the continental United States. And we do anticipate that it's going to bring a significant amount of rainfall. If anything, if the current level of activity over the region of the Keys at this particular time is an indicator of the potential of rainfall going into the early part of this week, next week, then we should anticipate that this is going to bring a significant amount of rain to the region of Alabama as well as Mississippi and Louisiana as it makes its way into the continental United States. So once again, thank you for watching Bow News Network. We will continue to bring you updates and continue to monitor the radar as the Tropical Storm Grace makes its way into the Doppler radar. TJUA will continue to monitor the skies there to see the level of organization of that system, and we'll bring you an update as soon as we can. And thank you for watching Bow News Network. We do appreciate all of our subscribers. If you appreciate good weather content, especially in the peak of the hurricane season as we are now, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And we will continue to bring you updates as we monitor the systems as they make their way through the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean. And as always remember to bow to the weather. And thank you for watching Bow News Network. We hope that you have a great day and enjoy your weekend, and do send prayers to the people of Haiti, as well as hoping that there's not a lot of significant damage as we prepare for Tropical Storm Grace as it makes its way through the Caribbean, as well as remnants of Fred. Thank you for watching Bow News Network. Have a great day.